Hello, dear class 10 students. Welcome to Chemistry class, Chapter 2, Part 1 Chemical Bonding. I am Ms. Harisankar. Would like to teach you chemical bonding. In this video, you are going to know what is a chemical bond, what is a covalent bond, electrovalent bond, and properties of these covalent and electrovalent bonds. So first of all, let us know what is chemical bonding. Chemical bond is the force that holds the atoms together within a molecule. For example, nitrogen molecule and two atoms of nitrogen form one molecule of nitrogen. So these two atoms hold together to form a molecule with a strong bond. Similarly, we can take example of some other compounds: sodium chloride, lead bromide, calcium oxide, etc. Chemical bonds are mainly classified into two groups. They are electrovalent bond and covalent bond. Now let us know what is electrovalent bond. The other name for electrovalent bond is covalent bond. Sorry, ionic bond. Electrovalent bond, other name is ionic bond. This electrovalent bond or ionic bond is formed by the transfer of one or more electrons from the outermost shell of a metallic element to the outermost shell of a non-metallic element. Take an example of sodium chloride. Sodium atomic number is 11. Electronic configuration 281. Sodium outermost orbit contains one electron. Chloride 17 atomic number. So electronic configuration 287. So sodium has one electron in the outermost orbit. Chlorine has only 7 electrons in the outermost orbit. Sodium donates one electron to chloride so that the number of atoms in the outermost orbit of sodium is 8 and the number of electrons in the outermost orbit of chlorine is also 8. So there is a formation of the bond between sodium and chlorine to form a compound sodium chloride. Now what is covalent bond? Covalent bond is formed by the sharing of one or more electron pairs between the two combining atoms, each atom contributing one electron to the electron pair. So usually covalent bond takes place between non-metallic molecules or between a non-metal and a non-metal to form a compound. Okay, covalent bond exists between ammonia molecule, methane, carbon tetrachloride, water. So here we find the formula, they all contain non-metals. Two non-metals, the bond formed between them is covalent bond. What is electrovalency? It is a number of electrons lost or gained by the atom of an element during the formation of an electrovalent compound or an electrovalent bond. What is law of octet? Octet implies 8. So law of octet implies the tendency of an atom to have 8 electrons in its outermost shell, like that of noble gas except helium, because in noble gases the outermost orbit contains 8 electrons except helium. helium contains 2 electrons, it is called a duplet. Law of duplet, because having 2 electrons in the outermost orbit is called duplet, but having 8 electrons in the outermost orbit is called octet. So any atom during formation of the compound, they acquire 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, just like noble gaseous elements. Noble gases already contain 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, so they will not take part in any reaction. But other elements, other metallic elements, they have either 1, 2 or 3 electrons in the outermost orbit, so they tend to donate electrons to the non-metal. Now what are ions? Ions are the charged particles. That means they carry either positive or negative charge. So atoms or group of atoms carrying a positive or negative charge are called ions. Ions are of two types, cation and anion. Cations are positively charged ions and anions are negatively charged ions. Now what is electrovalent compound? Electrovalent compounds are the compounds that obey the characteristics of electrovalent bond. So the characteristics implies uh, donating electrons from metal to non-metal and acquiring 8 electrons in the outermost cell of an atom, either in metal or non-metal, having 8 electrons. So these are called electrovalent compounds. Some examples of electrovalent compounds: sodium chloride, calcium oxide, lead bromide, copper sulfate. We find a metal and a non-metal, or we find a metal or a non-metallic radical. So now what are covalent compounds? These are compounds which accept the properties of covalent bond, which obey the properties of covalent bond. That means sharing of electrons between them takes place between non-metal and non-metal. So they are covalent compounds. Example: CH4, CO2, NH3, H2O, methane, carbon dioxide, ammonia and water. These are covalent compounds because the electrons they share among themselves to make outermost orbit also octet. So this covalent bond exists between non-metal and non-metal. Here methane, C is a non-metal, hydrogen is a non-metal. Carbon dioxide, C is a non-metal, oxygen is a non-metal. Ammonia, N is a non-metal and hydrogen is a non-metal. So almost in all the cases where one element is non-metal, then the other element is also a non-metal, sharing of electrons takes place. This type of compounds are called covalent compounds. What are the characteristics of electrovalent compounds? Electrovalent compounds, as I told the example, sodium chloride, lead bromide, calcium oxide, these are hard, brittle and crystalline substances. Electrovalent compounds have high melting point and boiling point. Usually they are soluble in water but insoluble in organic solvents. Electrovalent compounds are insoluble in organic solvents, and these compounds are good conductors of electricity because electricity can pass through these compounds either in aqueous solution or in fused state. Now let us see what are the characteristics of covalent compounds. Covalent compounds are liquids and gases or soft solids. They have low melting point and low boiling point. Covalent compounds are insoluble or they are less soluble in water, but they are soluble in organic solvents. Organic solvents are toluene, oxalic acid, etc. And covalent compounds are bad conductors of electricity because electricity doesn't pass through these compounds. Thank you dear students for watching this video.